It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That good for 19 and a first down. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Murray going to throw. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Number 10,
DeAndre Hopkins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Seahawks nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. 12 yards there and a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
7-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Flush to his right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
It's a gain.
Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number one.
The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with Luke?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
From the gun, Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye, Mike Daniels, in for the sack.
It's second down.
After the sack on first down, Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
Marked down.
Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Jacob Hollister.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Wilson's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a game.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. 1st down, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Complete to
KJ Hamler. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Wilson buying time to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Wilson. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It got his man complete.
Is that it?
Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 83 yards. And the Cardinals add on. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Oh, yeah. Alert, 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 alert.
From the gun, Wilson. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On third down, Wilson. He looks underneath and he finds Hyde. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check it. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. I'm only going to be out of the carry. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his running back, Hyde. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. To throw again is Wilson. Flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have it.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Boyd. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, they just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Devin.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
The kickoff for Seattle.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Murray. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jamal Sheard on the stop. Kenyon Drake last year versus Cleveland, absolutely unstoppable. Ran for 137 yards. Remember, 4 touchdowns in the Cards' 38-24 win in Week 15. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Murray now. flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
On the
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Murray off play action. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
48-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Isabella.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
To throw is Murray. Being chased out left. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Give him 14 on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Jonathan Jones.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, is it usually third down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Murray going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he fights his way in, not giving up, and it's a Cardinal touchdown. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 5 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's got to be a long day. Hey, alert 3.
From the shotgun, Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Wilson took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 44 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
The ball carrier.
Kenyon Drake in Week 16 last year against these Seahawks had a career day, 166 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns as well, as the Cardinals won in Seattle 27-13. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years, but earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Wilson. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd, and
it'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a big one loss here as he's taken down. Jabal sheared. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
3 and out.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mike Daniels and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
The play is a turnover on downs.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense, as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Eluding the pressure and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tack McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Tonight's final score, Cardinals.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for